All right, let's dive in. David Goggins Can't Hurt Me. Pretty popular book, right?
Definitely a phenomenon.
So we're not just skimming the surface here.
No, we're going deep.
We want those core ideas,
Mm.
the stuff that can really make a difference.
Yeah, actionable insights.
Yeah? Tools you can use.
Right.
It's not about becoming some kind of ultra-marathon running, ice bath taking machine.
Right.
It's more about unlocking that inner strength we all have. And Goggins, well, he had a rough start.
He did.
Poverty, abuse, racism. I mean, most people would just be crushed.
Absolutely.
And that's what's so fascinating about Goggins, right? He sees his past, all that brutal stuff, as the source of his power.
Yeah, he calls it turning pain into fuel.
It's a pretty radical concept.
It is. Instead of letting those experiences break him, he uses them to make himself stronger.
Intense, but inspiring.
Definitely.
And it leads to that thing he talks about, the accountability mirror.
Oh, yeah.
What's that all about?
It's about being brutally honest with yourself,
Okay.
but not in a self-loathing kind of way.
Gotcha.
It's like, imagine you're staring into a mirror and it's reflecting all your weaknesses, all your excuses.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's every lie you tell yourself. You got to confront that head on before you can even begin to change.
So what would you see in your accountability mirror?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, getting real with yourself. No sugarcoating.
Nope.
Which kind of ties into that whole Navy SEAL thing, right?
Absolutely.
SEAL training, it's notoriously brutal.
It really is.
Pushing people to their breaking point.
Most people don't make it.
And Goggins talks about Hell Week. And it sounds like an actual nightmare.
It does sound intense.
Sleep deprivation, constant physical challenges, mental torture.
You name it.
And he doesn't just survive it. He thrives in that environment.
He does.
How is it just like insane willpower?
Willpower is a part of it, for sure.
Okay.
But he's also got this strategy. He calls it the cookie jar.
The cookie jar.
Yeah. Imagine a jar filled with memories of all your past triumphs, right? Those moments when you overcame something really tough.
I'm with you.
So whenever he faces a new challenge,
Yeah.
he reaches into this metaphorical jar, this cookie jar,
Uh-huh.
and draws strength from those past victories.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this connects, right? It's
Yeah.
like each time he pushes through something difficult, he adds another cookie to the jar.
Exactly.
He's building up this reserve of mental resilience.
Yeah. And that's something anyone can do. Like right now, think about a time you accomplished something you didn't think you could do.
Right.
That's a cookie.
A cookie.
You can store it, draw on it when you need it.
I like that.
The more you overcome, the more you build up that inner strength.
Mental toughness starts to feel a little more, I don't know, attainable.
Exactly. Less superhuman, right?
Right.
And this leads us to another big idea in Can't Hurt Me, embracing discomfort.
Okay.
Goggins is all about pushing yourself beyond that comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's where the real growth happens.
And he walks the walk.
Oh, yeah.
Ultra marathons, breaking world records, the stuff he does, it's insane.
He takes it to the extreme.
I'm getting tired just thinking about it.
But the principle, it applies to everyone.
Right.
We don't all need to run 100 miles,
Take good.
but we can find ways to challenge ourselves in daily life.
So like taking those cold showers I keep hearing about.
There you go.
Okay.
Could be pushing through that workout when you want to quit.
Right.
Or tackling a project that just seems way too daunting.
It's choosing the discomfort
Yeah,
instead of always going for the easy route.
exactly.
Okay, I get that. And then there's that taking souls concept,
Oh, yeah.
which honestly sounds a little aggressive.
Right.
What's that about?
It does sound intense,
Yeah.
but it's about this relentless pursuit of excellence, pushing yourself beyond your limits, even if it means dominating the competition.
So less about crushing other people, more about, I don't know, conquering your own limitations.
Exactly. Striving to be the best version of yourself, constantly pushing those boundaries.
Okay.
But it's definitely a concept that needs to be applied in a healthy way.
Right. It's about that inner drive, not about tearing others down.
For sure.
And that kind of connects to another big theme in Can't Hurt Me, perseverance and resilience.
Mm.
Goggins is all about never giving up no matter what.
He walks the walk, right?
He does. He could have easily given up,
Absolutely.
given his past.
Yeah.
But he chose to fight for his dreams.
It's powerful.
It is. But is resilience something you're born with, or can you actually develop it?
Well, Goggins believes you can build resilience. He
Okay.
talks about callousing the mind.
Callousing the mind.
Yeah, like think about building calluses on your hands from hard work.
Okay.
It's the same idea, but with your mind.
So the more you expose yourself to tough situations,
Yeah.
the tougher your mind becomes.
Exactly. It's about training yourself to withstand pain, to not be afraid of failure.
And to just keep pushing forward even when things get rough.
So how do you callous your mind?
Well, Goggins, he's all about action.
Okay.
He believes in actively seeking out discomfort, pushing past those mental barriers you've set for yourself.
So those cold showers again.
Maybe.
Or pushing through a workout when your body is screaming at you to stop.
Could be. Or it could be something like facing a fear you have,
Oh.
having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding,
Oof. Yeah.
tackling a project that feels overwhelming. You know, it's about stepping outside of that comfort zone and proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you think.
So it's not just physical strength, it's mental toughness?
Yeah, that ability to keep going when things get really tough.
I see. And Goggins believes that most of our limitations,
Yeah.
they're self-imposed.
Absolutely.
We tell ourselves we can't do something, so we don't even try.
Right.
He talks about this governor in our minds.
Yeah, that voice that tells us to stop, to play it safe.
And he wants us to fight back against that governor. Push past those limits.
Push past those limits.
And see what you're truly capable of achieving.
Become the hero of your own story.
Here you go.
Now, we've talked about pushing limits.
Yeah,
But Goggins also talks about finding your purpose.
he does.
What does he mean by that?
Well, he believes that everyone has a unique purpose,
Okay.
a reason for being here, something that ignites their passion.
Okay, but how do you find that purpose?
Yeah.
It doesn't come with a manual.
Goggins, he doesn't lay out a step-by-step,
Right.
but he emphasizes self-reflection, introspection, asking yourself those tough questions, exploring your values, really understanding what makes you tick.
So it's about looking inward,
Yeah,
figuring out what truly drives you.
exactly.
What are you willing to fight for?
And he talks about finding something you're willing to suffer for.
Suffer for.
Not in a masochistic way,
Okay.
but in the sense that you're willing to endure hardship, to overcome obstacles because it's just that important to you.
And this suffering doesn't have to be physical, right?
No, it can be emotional, mental.
Okay.
It's about finding something that challenges you, something that pushes you to grow, that makes you feel alive.
And that's where the whole can't hurt me philosophy comes in.
Right.
It's about building that mindset
Yes.
where you're not afraid of pain, where you see challenges as opportunities for growth.
Exactly.
So finding your purpose, it's about aligning yourself with something bigger than yourself.
Yeah,
Something that fuels your passion,
absolutely.
gives you that reason to get up every morning with energy and enthusiasm.
And once you find that purpose,
Yeah.
Goggins would say, you got to attack it with everything you've got.
He's all about action.
Absolutely. He talks about this 40% rule.
40%.
The idea that most people are only tapping into 40% of their true potential.
Okay.
He believes there's another 60% just waiting to be unlocked.
So we're all walking around with this untapped potential.
We are.
That's both exciting and terrifying.
Goggins encourages us to push past those comfort zones, break through those self-imposed limitations, unleash our full potential.
But that takes a level of dedication that most people just aren't willing to give.
It does.
Goggins' path, it's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely challenging, but his message is so inspiring. It's a reminder that we're capable of so much more than we think.
We have the power to choose our own destiny.
We do.
So if you're feeling stuck, if you're looking for a way to break free from those limitations, achieve something extraordinary.
Yeah.
Can't hurt me. Might just be the blueprint you need.
It's a book that'll challenge you, but it might also change your life. It's about understanding that you have the power to overcome anything, to achieve anything,
Okay.
if you're willing to put in the work. And it's not just about raw potential, you know. Goggins, he's big on this idea that we have to keep reevaluating our goals.
He doesn't want us to get complacent, does he?
No.
Just hit one target and then stop.
Exactly. He calls it constructive discontent. You use every accomplishment, you know, as fuel to just set the bar even higher.
Keep pushing.
It's like climbing a mountain range.
Okay.
Celebrate when you reach the peak, but then
Gotta find the next one.
there you go. You set your sights on the next one.
Always striving.
Always striving.
Never settling. And that takes some serious discipline. Something Goggins as well.
He's known for it.
Yeah. Almost infamous for those crazy routines, waking up at crazy hours, pushing himself to the limit.
Oh, yeah.
But for him, it's not just about the physical stuff.
No, it's deeper than that.
Right. It's that mental discipline.
It is.
The ability to make those tough choices, stick to them, even when you don't feel like it.
Absolutely. You hit the snooze button instead of getting up for that workout.
Ugh, guilty.
Or you scroll through social media instead of tackling that important project.
Okay, stop calling me out.
That's where the discipline comes in.
So how do we cultivate that kind of iron will? I know Goggins talks about visualization, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Visualization is huge for him.
Okay.
You have to create this clear mental picture, right, of what you want.
Right.
And then work toward it with, like, relentless focus.
Really see it.
See yourself succeeding. Feel that victory.
Let it drive you.
Exactly.
So harnessing the power of imagination.
Yes.
To fuel your actions.
Absolutely. And I think that ties into building self-belief, too.
Right, because if you can see yourself achieving something,
Yeah.
you're more likely to believe it's possible.
Exactly. And that belief is crucial. Goggins has this great quote.
Oh, I love his quotes.
He says, if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else?
So true. It's about having that unshakable confidence in your own abilities.
It is.
But that confidence, it doesn't just like appear.
No, it doesn't.
Right, it comes from
Putting in the work.
putting in the work.
Putting in the work.
Facing those fears, proving to yourself time and time again.
That you can do more than you think.
Exactly. Building that track record of success one cookie at a time. One cookie at a time. And that brings us back to this idea that our potential, it's limitless.
Yes. A core theme in Can't Hurt Me.
He really believes we're capable of extraordinary things.
He does, but unlocking that potential, it requires a shift.
A shift.
Yeah, a shift in mindset.
Okay.
It's about embracing the discomfort, committing to self-improvement, and realizing that we're not defined by our past or our limitations.
We have the power to choose.
We do.
To create our own destiny.
It's incredibly empowering.
It is. But how do we apply all this to, everyday life?
That's the question.
It's easy to get caught up in those big ideas.
Yeah.
Where do we even start?
Goggins, he emphasizes starting small.
Small.
You don't have to, overhaul your whole life overnight, right?
Okay.
Pick one small discomfort you can embrace, today.
Today. Okay, give me an example.
Could be taking a cold shower, finally tackling that task you've been putting off.
There's a few of those.
Having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, It's about taking that first step, even if it feels uncomfortable.
And building from there.
Exactly. Each small victory, it builds momentum, it adds another cookie to your jar.
I love that analogy.
And before you know it, those small discomforts, they become stepping stones to bigger and bolder challenges.
So true. He also talks about setting the right kind of goals, right?
He does.
Not just vague aspirations,
No.
but specific, measurable targets.
He's all about action. It's not enough to just say, I want to be healthier.
Right.
You got to define what that looks like.
Yeah.
I'm going to run 3 times a week and eat 5 servings of vegetables a day.
There you go.
That kind of specificity
Makes it real.
makes it tangible, achievable,
Turning those dreams into a plan.
a roadmap for action. And Goggins, he also stresses having a why behind your goals.
Your why.
Yeah, why are you doing this? What's the deeper motivation driving you?
Because if you don't have that strong why.
You're going to give up when things get tough.
Exactly. Your why, it becomes your anchor.
It does.
Keeps you grounded.
That source of strength when you're tempted to quit.
This all makes sense, but I think some people might be wondering, is this just about, pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion? Burnout.
That's a fair question. Goggins definitely pushes the boundaries, but he also emphasizes self-care.
Okay, good.
Listening to your body and your mind. He talks about the need for rest and recovery.
Right.
Fueling your body with the right foods. Finding activities that bring you joy, rejuvenation.
So it's not about just grinding yourself down.
No.
It's about finding that balance.
Yes. Finding the balance between pushing your limits and taking care of yourself.
Right. Because you can't keep driving a car at top speed without regular maintenance.
Exactly. Eventually it'll break down.
Gotta take care of the machine.
You do got to take care of the machine to get the most out of it. Same goes for your mind and your body.
And Goggins also talks about, your social circle, right?
Oh, yeah. He's a big believer in the power of the people you surround yourself with.
Makes sense.
He says you become like the people you spend the most time with, so
Choose wisely.
choose your tribe wisely. Find those people who uplift you, support you, and challenge you to grow.
People who believe in you.
And it's also about recognizing those relationships that might be holding you back.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to distance yourself.
From those negative influences.
Yeah, from people who are negative or draining or who just don't believe in your potential.
It's about creating that positive environment.
A supportive environment that encourages growth, encourages transformation.
And sometimes that's a tough process.
It can be, but it's essential for personal growth.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
And it's clear that Goggins' philosophy, it's about so much more than just physical toughness.
It really is. It's a mindset.
It's a way of approaching life with courage, with determination.
An unwavering belief in your own potential.
Taking ownership.
Taking ownership of your life, pushing past those self-imposed limitations.
Embracing the challenges.
Embracing the challenges that come with striving for greatness.
It's about recognizing that you have the power.
You have the power to overcome anything.
To achieve anything.
If you're willing to put in the work, embrace the discomfort and never give up on yourself.
It's like, it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
The self-discipline, the goal setting, the mindset, the people you surround yourself with.
It's a whole cell.
Not just one thing.
Yeah.
It's like a whole system for personal transformation.
And what's so cool is he doesn't present this as a one-size-fits-all thing.
Right.
He really encourages people to take his ideas and adapt them to their own lives, their own circumstances.
Find what works for you.
Exactly. Not just blindly following someone else's path.
He even says you got to question everything.
He does.
Even his teachings.
Oh, yeah. He wants you to think critically.
Yeah.
To challenge those assumptions. Find your own truth.
Not blind faith.
No, it's about figuring out what resonates with you. Yes.
And using that to fuel your journey.
This whole deep dive, it's been a real eye-opener.
I agree.
Can't Hurt Me. It's so much more than just a self-help book.
It is.
It's like a philosophy.
It is.
A call to action. A guide to unlocking your full potential.
A reminder that we're all capable of more than we think.
That we have the power.
We do.
To overcome any obstacle. To achieve anything.
If we're willing to put in the work.
Embrace the discomfort.
Never give up on ourselves.
It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
Whatever that looks like for you.
And that's the powerful message here.
It is a message of hope.
Empowerment.
Possibility.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Can't Hurt Me.
Yeah.
What's one small step, that you can take today to start living a Can't Hurt Me life?
Good question.
What discomfort can you embrace?
What challenge can you take on? What step can you take towards becoming the person you were meant to be? We want to hear your thoughts, your takeaways, those aha moments. Share them with us on social media using the episode hashtag.
And remember,
what's that?
You can't hurt you. Until next time, keep pushing those limits.
Keep diving deep.